Hi, my name's Mark. I'm one of the pastors here at Trillium. About a week ago, I had to go to the Cambridge Mall. I had a problem. I went to the store. A young woman attended to me. I explained to her what the situation was, and she was so gracious and kind and helpful in resolving the problem. And I found the experience, a pleasing experience, except for one little thing. She has had piercings on her face, and she had a nose ring that hung down, a nose piercing, and I just had this temptation to want to tug on it. And I found it distracting me in the moment. We have a caretaker. Our caretaker here has a nose piercing, a nose ring. And there are times where I just want to tug on it. And it really gets in the way of experiencing him in the moment. And I realize that I really don't like piercings. I'm not a big fan of them. And that they tend to not meet the expectations I have of how people are to look. Same with tattoos. I'm not a big fan of tattoos, never have been. I mean, some people place them discreetly on their bodies, other people have them right out in front of everyone. But in any event, I think the body in its natural condition is perfect, so why put anything on it to change it? And I don't really approve of piercings or tattoos, and I have these expectations, and you probably do too, about how people are to look, or to act, or to think, or to believe. And they really influence our way of seeing them. And I'm sure people have the same expectation back towards me. I mean, if I tell someone I'm a pastor or a minister, all of a sudden I can see people leaning away sometimes. Or people have expectations about how I'm to act or what I should look like. Maybe people look at me and I'm male and they have expectations that causes them to step away, or I've got blonde hair. People have expectations about me because of the fact that I wear glasses. And you can go down the list for yourself. And there are so many expectations that we bring to life that cause us to step away from people, and it goes back and forth. And in the midst of all, we really have great difficulty extending friendship and fellowship to others. And we have a core value here, the preeminent core value at Trillium, which is offer friendship and fellowship to all. And I realize how our expectations get in the way of that. These expectations become barriers. In fact, it makes it almost impossible to really offer friendship and fellowship to other people who don't live up to our expectations of others. And it makes me realize that if we're going to actually be able to extend this sacred hospitality to other people, then we have to begin to let go of our expectations of others, about how they're to act or to talk, or how they dress, or what they look like, their hairstyles, whatever, a host of things that can get in the way. And for me and for the church, we find this core value so staggering in its implications, so challenging, so difficult. To offer friendship and fellowship to everyone all the time seems like an impossibility to us. And some people actually try to find explanations or ask questions as a way of demonstrating to ourselves why it can't be done. And it seems to me our energy is much better spent if we try to focus our attention on why it can be done, why it must be done. I mean, we live in a world with such vast diversity in it that if we don't find a way of getting beyond our expectations about each other, then we're never going to find that sense of oneness or love or deep purpose with our neighbor. I mean, the thing about Jesus, what he did with religion was he extended the concept of neighbor to a really wide circle around us. Not just a narrow circle, but a big, wide circle that includes all people in all circumstances. Sounds easy to say, but it's profoundly difficult. I find that there are moments in my life where I withhold my affection and love, my friendship, my fellowship with others, because the power of the expectation is so great. I was at the Y, and these two women were talking over me at the elliptical machines, and it really alienated me in the moment, and I couldn't offer friendship and fellowship to them. And you will find yourself in circumstances where people will be talking over you. They will be not living up to the expectations that you have for their conduct. And the only choice we have in that moment is whether we live out our expectations or we find a way of putting them down.